Hello, and welcome back as I prepare to wade back into battle to open a safety valve like a weary, punch-drunk Bethesda teasing Fallout 76. In Perfidious, Pete plays XCOM, War of the Chosen, and I kind of feel like Fallout 76 is Bethesda's safety valve. Did you guys see the new trailer? Did anybody else besides me see that trailer and just feel tired? I know I'm going to take some hits on this one, firing shots at Bethesda, beloved darling of the gaming world, but you know what? That's okay. I can take it. I'm a big boy. And honestly, I think it's time somebody fired a few shots Bethesda's way, because apart from re-releasing Skyrim 140,000 times on every possible system they can get their hands on, what has Bethesda done in the last... I mean, what have they done since Skyrim, really? The answer is, it's just Fallout 4. Like, that's it. They've done one game since Skyrim. And I'm going to say it here because I feel like it needs to be said, but Fallout 4 kind of sucked. It really did. It's easily the shittiest Fallout game. And I feel like it's because it's fallen into the Bethesda paradigm. Most Bethesda products these days are just kind of boring, repetitive grinds across a largely uninspired and feature-poor, massive open world. And the only real fun to be found in Bethesda titles is the kind that you make yourself. They're very much a kind of make-your-own-fun game. And I'm sure a lot of people are into that. They're like, but Pete, that's the fun of the Bethesda game. The make-your-own-fun is part of it. But it's also sort of my point. I can understand enjoying the make-your-own-fun, but for me, I don't want to spend 800 hours wandering around a giant empty desert rooting through a bunch of busted crates to steal old spoons and plates. That's every Bethesda game. They're so big and so poorly paced. I can never seem to get the story to be interesting enough to me to bother making me endure the tedium of wandering around their massive open world to try and find the chunks of story. Like, Fallout 3 was probably the last Bethesda title that was properly paced. It was large, there was stuff to do, there were side quests, places you could go, and things you could experience if you chose to, but you didn't have to. And there was enough of the mainline story quest sprinkled throughout to kind of keep you interested, keep you playing, just keep you moving. It gave you direction. Fallout 4, and also, you know, Skyrim to a considerable extent as well, there's no direction. There's so much stuff in it. They're so bloated. It's just... what I would prefer, you know what, Bethesda, here's the thing. You guys have released effectively one video game in the last 5 years. How about rather than these gigantic, massive, sprawling open worlds that are kind of a make-your-own-fun sort of deal, where I have to go about and try and figure out how to entertain myself, maybe make the game like a tighter, more focused experience, and then put out 2 games every 5 years. Instead of one gigantic game that, if I want to see everything, takes 200 hours of playtime, maybe give me like 2 60-hour playtime games. I'm totally okay with that, and hey, more money for you, because you can charge $60 for both of those titles, and I'll be happy to pay it. The other thing, too, I have about the big Bethesda open world, people are like, Pete, there's so much to see and so many places to go and so much to do. I kind of don't buy into that argument either, because actually there may be so many places to go, but there are only so many things to do in those places. Like, what can you do in a Fallout game? You can go a place, you can steal stuff, you can murder people, you can talk to whoever's around, but it's not like they're gonna have a story or anything that actually makes you care or give a shit about them. So mostly it's just wander around, look at stuff, steal things, and kill things. And you're sure there may be 1,000 different places to go do those 3 activities, but when you get there, it doesn't matter how far you traveled to get there. At the end of the day, you're still filling a backpack full of old plates and silverware and hauling them back to somebody to sell them for bottle caps. Until, at least like you get in my New Vegas playthrough, where I had literally all of the money in the world. There wasn't any left, because all of the bottle caps I kept in like a box outside of the building that you started in, like the little farmer's hut or whatever you started out in New Vegas. I had all of the bottle caps in basically the entire game stored in an old lunchbox or something outside that guy's house, because I thought it was funny that nobody had any money. Even me, I wandered around and just bartered for everything I need, because all the bottle caps were in an old trunk. And sure, that was fun, but Maybe it's an age thing. Maybe I'm just too old to enjoy Bethesda products anymore. Maybe I'm not their target audience. I just don't have the kind of time, the dedication that it takes to fully experience a Bethesda game, but I kind of feel like it's less on me and more due to the fact that there isn't a whole lot there to experience. Or rather, it's just the same things over and over and over and over again. Fallout New Vegas, the trailer didn't enthuse me, it didn't make me excited. What it made me was weary. It just made me tired. I'm not really one to judge, I guess. I mean, I didn't even finish Fallout 4, but that was a symptom of the same problem. Just be like, there was so much to do, and it was so uninteresting that it kind of felt daunting. Be like, well, I should go to this town and try and liberate it and get it to join my... You know what? Nah, I'm just gonna not bother. This is a lot of stuff that ultimately I'm gonna spend a monstrous amount of time doing, and it just doesn't mean anything. It's pointless. It's a waste of time. Give me a tighter experience, Bethesda. Give me more shorter games. That's what I would prefer. Don't give me 200 hours of open world to go experience. Give me 50 hours of maybe a smaller subsection of that open world if you're down with the open world meta. Or better yet, don't give me an open world at all. Give me a series of sets and a narrative that takes me through it. So at the end of it, I've had a cool experience that wasn't just me figuring out a fun way to enjoy myself. Not every game has to be a giant sandbox where I gotta take the little men and make them fight a battle for my amusement. Sometimes I just would like to, you know, maybe kick a ball around a little. Playing outside the sandbox can be fun too, Bethesda, and I humbly suggest that maybe, and you guys have the chops to do this too, because when you do try to write a story, you do tend to do a pretty good job of it. Maybe just write a story and make the story the focus of the game. I guess what I'm saying is I want less Fallout 4 and more Edith Finch. But, you know, if you want to give me 4 or 5 Edith Finches if you want to give me 1 Edith Finch a year, I'm happy to play. I'm happy to pay you more money. That's the thing. You don't have to go Fallout 4 and then try to gouge me for 60 bucks for a season pass and 20 bucks here for an extra 20 minutes of gameplay for DLC. Don't do that. Just make a new game. I'll give you a whole 60 bucks for a new game. I won't care. It doesn't have to be 500 hours. It could be, make it like 25 hours. Give me a $60 game that I can play for 40 hours and we're good. And then just give me 5 of those instead. I'll still be happy. In fact, not only will I be still a loyal customer, I'll be more happy. Because I see the trailer for Fallout 76 and I just kind of don't want to play it. It's just more of that same thing that I already know I kind of am not going to have the patience to finish. Because it's not interesting enough to warrant my time. Perhaps it's a symptom of me getting older too, I guess. That could be a part of it. It's just I don't have as much time as I'd like to. I just don't have enough time. When I'm sitting there and I'm spending 100 hours playing a video game, trying to finish it, I don't feel like maybe it just doesn't hit the reward centers of my brain. Like I have no sense of accomplishment for that anymore. Whereas a game like, say, Wizard of Legends, where I can sit down and play for 20 minutes and be like, hey, I beat a boss I've never beaten before. I got a sense of accomplishment out of that in 20 minutes, and so it is decided. You're never gonna equal that experience for me, Bethesda. There's no accomplishment here, or at least not one that I can achieve in the amount of time I have available to devote on any given day to playing video games. Be like, well, if I play 12 hours of Fallout and stealth around this camp, killing crawlers or mutants or whatever the hell's in it, I could liberate this town. I don't have 12 hours to liberate one town. Especially when that one town I'm liberating is not germane to the overall story arc and doesn't really do anything for me. Be like, congratulations, you liberated a town. Be like, yeah, but what did I get out of that? Oh, well, nothing. I mean, it's a place you can go now, but you could sort of go there before you liberated it. It really didn't do anything at all, specifically. Be like, why did I spend 15 hours doing this? I could have taken 40 minutes and played a game of Super Mega Baseball 2. And maybe hit a couple dingers. Clear. I want you to succeed, Bethesda. Not that ZeniMax is hurting for money, I guess. Bethesda themselves, I guess, haven't released a whole lot of video games, but their parent company, ZeniMax, is still cranking out some pretty decent titles. But, you know, even ZeniMax themselves are doing it better than Bethesda. Some of their other umbrella companies, like, let's say, the company that makes Dishonored, for instance, which is I don't remember the name of the publisher on that, but I know they're owned by ZeniMax. I forget the name of the company. Dishonored is a much better experience. It's got that open world flair, and that largely within a certain setting you can go wherever you want, do whatever you want. There's nobody telling you specifically how to execute the goals of the game, and it's a much tighter experience. A good solid run through Dishonored, it's like 20-25 hours. Played Dishonored 2. And I was happy to pay $60 for both of those titles, and I didn't have to wait a decade for the next one to come out. Dishonored came out a couple years down the road. Give me a Dishonored 2. Do more of that, Bethesda. Give me more smaller experiences.
I see the path.
I'm not buying one video game every 5 years. It's not 1996 anymore where people buy 2 games a year. I probably buy 2 games a week. This is what I do for entertainment now. That's the new paradigm. This is the kind of stuff people spend money on now. Give us something to spend our money on. We have money. We want entertainment. You want our money. You produce entertainment. It seems like there's a natural dovetailing of our 2 objectives here. Why can't we work together in a fashion that both of us can benefit from?
I'll lead the way.
Instead, you're going to give me one game that I can barely bring myself to grind my way through every decade? Because you know what? Eventually, I'm just going to be like, nah. Well, actually, I say eventually, but what I mean is now. I'm just going to not buy it. Like, when Fallout 76 comes out, I'll probably watch somebody play it while I play something more enjoyable.
Those containers look like they have self-contained power cells.
And I like the Fallout franchise. That's what I'm salty about, I guess, is what this whole thing boils down to. This giant tirade where I'm talking over Lily Shen about Bethesda. It's mostly the fact that Fallout 76 came out, and, like, I'm not even a little excited. I'm not normally one to really jump aboard the hype train. It's not my paradigm. I try to avoid the hype cycle. But if I'm going to be hyped about anything, Fallout seems like the kind of thing you'd want to be at least a little hyped for. And instead of being hyped, I was actually quite the opposite. I was mostly just, like, sad and a little ached. Anyway, let's get back to shooting aliens in the face, shall we? I'm hoping our boy... Oh, you got... Okay. It's nice that the patrol wandered right next to us to get bladestormed. I appreciate that. If you shoot me, I'm going to be furious, but you actually went onto Overwatch, so... Did you go onto Overwatch next to a man who could... No. For a second there, I thought he went on Overwatch right next to a guy who was just going to bladestorm, and then that was going to make me laugh. Doc Holliday, you got the armor-piercing bullets. Why don't you shoot this robot with your lightning hands? 5 damage from the dock, and also your Overwatch is done, son. We do have a turret back here, but as long as we don't go back that way, we shouldn't really have to mess with it too much. Come over here and rend this man. Grab a point of focus, grab a kill. Get yourself a little bit of EXP juice. My other problem with Bethesda products, and this is not limited specifically to Fallout, but this was also my experience with, like, the Skyrim and Skyrim clones as well. All I ever do is wander around and take shit that doesn't matter. And that's on me. I recognize this is my own failing, but, like, if there are 100 plates and silverware and spoons and knives and forks in a village, I'm gonna steal all 100 of them, even if I don't need or want them. Every character I ever play in Fallout just winds up being a max strength build, and the only perks they get are ones that just let them carry more shit, so that I can have all of the spoons in Tamriel. Be like, no, I'm sorry, nobody else gets silverware. I stole all of it. Only I may eat off of a silverware, off a serving dish with a utensil. Everybody else, up to hell with you. You wanted silverware, it's too bad, because I've got all of it. Put it in this box in the middle of nowhere with this head of old cabbage that nobody wants. Because I already have all of the money from all of the other things that I stole and took back to my central hoard of... I'm like a dragon, except with garbage. That would be a fun Skyrim playthrough. Play one of the Dragonborn characters, and, like, your goal was to just hoard everything. Except instead of hoarding gold, you just hoard garbage. Could probably get a show on TLC doing that.
Advent has expanded their rail network to touch every...
You just now commenting on the train here, Bradford?
This looks like the end of the line, at least for this area.
End of the line, son. You should have said that with, like, more menace or, like, a Western sort of twang in there, Bradford. Could have made it a little more Red Dead Redemption.
Keep a watchful eye.
We're just gonna have you parry, Doc Holliday. You know what? Everybody just parry. That's fine. Our concealment is burned. Here's our chosen companion. Well, I was waiting on him to arrive. Fortunately, it is not the chosen assassin. I was a little worried the assassin, since we did just discover him, might make an appearance. Immune to explosions. You return fire on missed shots, and you regenerate lost health. None of that is going to matter. You take increased damage from Templars. That's going to suck for you.
So little time.
Yeah, whatever. You'll just stand back in the back and annoy me with your little targeting array, or whatever the hell it's called.
Commander, one of the Chosen is here. We'll have to deal with it before it throws off the rest of our operation.
Will we, John, have to deal with him, or can we just continue to ignore him like we've mostly been doing? It feels like maybe we could just keep ignoring him forever.
My watch begins. I see the path.
Too many of our guys are joining Night's Watch. We're going to be leaving the realm undefended. Who will defend the realms of night?
Big show out of parlor tricks.
Wait, you're talking about the Big Show? Hey, there are no parlor tricks about the Big Show. He's really that large. He's a very large man. It's not a parlor trick. He's enormous. Don't be firing shots at the Big Show. He'll come and break you in half, dog. Also, seems like a pretty likable dude. Like the Big Show seems like a pretty generally congenial chat. Look at me. I'm the Big Show. Be like, you're not just, you're the whole show. Gonna be a big-ass show tonight. Alright, Chosen, come irritate me.
Hardly.
I couldn't even be bothered to make an appearance then. Well, let's keep working. I can see why he's enamored of the Big Show. The Big Show knows how to put on a show. This guy, he doesn't even show up. Are we really going to be able to get into this facility unmolested? Nope, there's a turret up there. And it can see us. That's a bit of a problem. Do we have anybody who could get over there and hurl a grenade at it? Do we have anybody who even has a grenade, I guess, is probably the better question. The answer is no. Oh, we spotted the turret, but it actually can't shoot us over here because it's got, like, FLA? Good. Suits me. I'm not really in the habit of going out of my way to kill irrelevant turrets. We already ignored one, might as well continue ignoring the rest. Iceman, let's get you over here. Doc Holiday. I just want to make sure that turret's like not gonna... Nobody has a bead on it. Nope. Good. We're gonna get in a building away from the turret fire. We're gonna go 0 for 2 on turrets, but we're not exactly well... We're not exactly well suited to killing turrets. In the meantime, El Huntador continues to do nothing. Lizard King, where you at? I am the opening doors. I mean, this is it. Jim Morrison opening doors right there. He's breaking on through to the other side. What do we got? 1 robot, 2 Advent troopers who have... Jim Morrison can kill both of these guys by himself and be basically invulnerable while doing it. Even if there's another pod that's behind these guys, I'm not concerned about it. He's going to kill that guy. He'll pick up a little bonus rend damage. His buddy here is going to be Blade Stormed. If he moves, he'll get Blade Stormed. If he shoots, he gets Blade Stormed. Most of the situations that have him alive at the end of the turn involve him being dead to a Blade Storm. What? Sorry, guys, the machinery's real loud. You're gonna have to speak up a little if you'd like to be heard. Also, we're gonna definitely parry. Maybe we just kill him. Like, we don't necessarily even need to Blade Storm him. Hey, Batman, come hit this man. Batman hit him so hard he killed the roof. That's pretty impressive. What a powerful beam he has. Real genius, let's dash you in. And there's no reason to just let this man linger like a Cranberries song. Let's just go ahead and kill him. Somehow we spawned another pod? No. We had a gray pip on there, but it was actually that guy's corpse, and the other gray pip was this robot who is unfortunately still alive. Oh shit, we may have just arc-waved. Oh, I think I just arc-waved Batman. Oh. Are we immune to our own arc waves? Well, that's cool then. Let's go ahead and parry. So I guess arc wave can't hurt our own team. That's actually very nice. Doc Holiday, you're not going to be able to get an actual parry, so we'll just bring you in a little ways, put you on Overwatch. Simon Magus. I don't know, same thing, I guess. Just step in here and Overwatch. There is still a Chosen somewhere. Looks like we got a pod of robots and company on the roof. Spectre! Stun Lancer, robot. They spotted us through the top. Looks like they got eyes on us through the rooftop. The Hunter's really closing the gap, isn't he? Look out, he's coming right for us. So there's boys on the roof. Iceman can see one. We could make a ghost if we wanted to. Can anybody get up to the roof to mess with those guys? Nope. Tell me we brought one regular grenade, though. Like, we have one regular grenade. Somebody has a regular, good old-fashioned frag, right? Actually, no one has a regular, good old-fashioned frag. Well, that kind of sucks. So, Jim Morrison, you are the Lizard King, and you also need to get the hell out of Dodge. Let's bring you over here.
You heard the doctor.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is there. Do we have anybody who could make it to the roof? Batman, we could take Batman to here and then bonus action and get him over there. I don't know if he'd have enough soup to finish off everybody else. And we don't want somebody to stand out in the open. So we could get Real Genius to here. Who's your bonus action go to, Real Genius? Your bonus action actually goes to Doc Holliday. So we could get Doc up there, have him rend. We want somebody who has Blade Storm, ideally. Simon Magus, you have Blade Storm. Who's your bonus action go to? Your bonus action goes to, well, you and Batman are inextricably linked. That's less than ideal. Real Genius. Real Genius, you don't have Blade Storm either. So the question then becomes, do we be brazen or do we play it safe? I kind of feel like we be brazen, and if we're going to be brazen, let's be brazen with Simon Magus, because Simon Magus has sustain, which means even if he takes catastrophic damage in a single turn, he won't die from it.
It's far, but I can reach it.
There's also a turret on that roof that I completely forgot about. Yeah, this was not a great plan. Jim Morrison, who's your bonus action go to? Your bonus action goes to Iceman. So could we get Iceman? Iceman, can you make it to the roof as well? You know what? We actually might be able to make this work. This is going to be a very unusual series of circumstances. Doc Holliday can get up there and also get a bonus action. Alright, we're fully committed and everybody else on the team is basically just handing out bonus actions. So you get a bonus action. We're the Oprah of bonuses here. You get a bonus. And you get a bonus. And I'm guessing one other guy here is also going to get a bonus. And you get a bonus. Mostly we want everybody to have a bonus action because we want to make sure everybody can parry at the end of this turn, because some of our boys here are going to be getting shot. So, Doc Holliday. We're going to have you lightning hands the turret because it gets 2 shots. 1, you also have armor-piercing ammo, which means this is likely to go through it. So there we go. Dead turret. The AP ammo gets us the kill, and now we could come in and somebody getting rent. I'm thinking, let's rend the Spectre since he's not near anything else. Send the Doc over. Give the Spectre the good 4. Give him the goods. Got him for 8 damage. Momentum swing is just going to be straight up for parrying. Simon Magus, we're going to have you come stand right between these 2 dudes, and we would like you to parry and hit the Stun Lancer.
This world is ours. I didn't make it through.
It's fine. You didn't need to make it through, because we got Iceman up here. Iceman, he's the one who's going to make it through for us. In fact, Iceman could probably hit the robot and kill the Stun Lancer with his Arc Wave. Can he hit them all? Curses. Well, we can still kill 2. The robot got hit, also got shut down. Our boy back there is dead. Advanced Hair Trigger picking up some conditioning and advent data pad, and we're going to go straight up into parry mode. You know, I'm thinking we could actually still wind up shadowbound at the end of this turn. That's not so good. Let's start getting some backup moving that way. Batman, you have a shot at what? That mech? You know what? Sure, take it. Oh, God, it's Batman. He's shooting a pistol and never hit them. Yeah, I've wasted everybody's time with that one, Batman. I forgot about your no guns policy. I'm sorry. Every single time, by the way. Batman hates guns. Let's hope this... No, these guys... Blade Storm won't stop him, though, because he has lightning reflexes. Somebody's going to wind up shadowbound. It's unfortunate. It's not the end of the world. It doesn't actually wound anyone or anything. The only real problem here is we may have somebody standing next to a guy who has Blade Storm. Like, I don't want to be standing next to a shadowbound with Blade Storm. I don't want to be getting Blade Storm by my own team. That would suck. What is horror?
We have to expect our soldiers to feel the strain eventually.
What did that do?
Give them enough time to recover properly.
They won't hold up long at this rate, Commander.
What did that do, though? I'm very confused. I have never seen a Spectre do that before.
I'll give you a sporting chance.
Well, the Spectre is dead, so there goes the Shadowbound guy.
Advent were any good.
That did 3 damage to us, but I don't understand that. All it did was make that man get shot twice in the head. It seems like not the greatest offensive ability of your career, sir. You got yourself shot in the face. That doesn't seem that useful. Simon Megas, you're already rocking full potential on the charge. So let's just bring you over here. And you know what? Just shoot this robot. Like, you can kill him with a shot. Why waste turns we don't need to waste killing something we could just kill with a pistol shot? Lizard King, you're going to have to move. Batman, we want you in full cover. We know the Chosen is back there somewhere. Let's bring Batman up to here. Still no vision on the Chosen. Real Genius, somebody's going to have to grab this bucket of stuff. I'm guessing that can be your job. You could grab the vial. Iceman, I guess we'll bring you over here. And maybe we make a ghost?
I'll maintain my watch.
Let's wait for a moment on the whole ghost making thing. We are now out of the danger zone. Kenny Loggins is heartbroken because he's all about trying to get into the danger zone. We found some new friends. Looks like a couple of sectoids and a codex. Nothing really to worry about. Maybe the Chosen will actually come at us now. No, he's just going to stay behind his tree. Obsessed removed. Doc, let's get you over here. We actually need to get some of this team into the mix now that we've got a bunch of active units. This is full cover, yes. Simon Megas, go occupy that. Iceman, I want you right next to your boy. Just a couple sectoids and a codex over here. Nothing really to worry about. If the codex tries anything, it's going to try and psionic bomb us, and that doesn't actually do anything at all. Can we get out here and murder these men? Batman? Yes, you can. So Batman comes here, knits 1, pearls 2. He'll get the other sectoid. He will be parrying at the end of that. Can somebody else go hit the codex, maybe? Nope. Can anybody hit the codex? Is anybody fast enough to get over there? Bats, can you get to the codex? You are just short, huh? Well, we could have Batman run outside and throw the Mimic Beacon. That's not a terrible plan. It's not a great plan, but it is a plan. It's like 75% of a plan. Let's do that. Chris Knight, I mean, you can come out here and just kill one of these sectoids, right? Actually, you don't even have to go outside. You can just go kill a sectoid, which is fine. You dead. We can go into full rend mode and parry mode. Don't worry, I'm not worried about you either. Also, we knocked a hole in the wall. We can go rend the codex now. Yeah, let's just do that.
But it's kind of important to this whole scheme of theirs.
What are you on about, dude? I was born ready to fight, John Bradford. Also, this Chosen is really no big deal. We can sort of kill him at will. We're gonna go full parry here. So, Batman, we could have you come and hit this sectoid, rend it, and then be our third parry unit, or we could just chuck this Mimic Beacon and make sure that everybody comes home uninjured. I'm gonna go ahead and go for a planned Mimic. Nothing wrong with going in for the kill as well. That would have worked perfectly fine. You're gonna parry.
Go on already. Kill all the humans.
What are you, Bender from Futurama suddenly? Kill all the humans? Oh, look out! It's a totally fruitful psionic bomb. You guys are really in trouble now. Nice to see the sectoid walking up real close just to make sure the shot hit, though. I appreciate his care with his marksmanship. Didn't trust his own skills enough to take the range shot, so he just walked up and put it in his mouth. That's a very Perfidious Pete kind of play.
I've got something for you.
A blind grenade? Too bad Jim Morrison can somehow parry blindness.
Let's see what you've come up with now.
Well, it's a pretty simple plan. I was going to come and hit you with swords until you're not alive anymore. How's that sound to you? Good? Bad? Indifferent? I don't really care. It's what's going to happen. Get wrecked.
Only the armor. Is that all you've got?
Is that all I've got? I, like, 1/3 of the way killed you with a single swing. Feels like maybe your taunts are a little unwarranted.
For my people.
2/3 of the way dead.
The elders have double on
Full parry mode. Can anybody else get to you? Because it looks like Batman was coming up a little bit short. Batman? Damn it, Bats. I was kind of relying on you being able to get there. We could have Batman come in and give him the old Mars Volta, I guess. Actually, we could have a couple people come feed you a Mars Volta. We should prefer one of those people to not be Iceman, though, because he's rocking full focus. And if we need a ghost, we can get one out of him this way. Actually, where can we... Yeah, I was curious if we had a corpse close enough to give us the ghost, but nothing's close enough to give up the ghost. Can you see the Chosen from here? About here. No. You can see something from here, but I'm almost certain that's going to be a sectoid. Well, you're going to be the man who rends the sectoid unto death, then, Doc. We want to make sure Doc Holliday's in parry mode at the end of this, because Doc is still a little injured. I'm a little less than concerned about the Chosen as well, because he is currently surrounded by 2 dudes with Blade Storm. So he's going to have a tough time doing much of anything. How can you Mars Volta? Oh, there's a Codex up there. Right. I'm sorry, ma'am. I forgot you were there. You may go now. We do have to get out of your purple slop. I guess we'll just come over here and hit you with the old Mars Volta. There you go. Yeah, actually, we don't need a Mars Volta. We can just shoot you. No need to waste the focus when we've got spare bullets. Bullets will do. Iceman, can't quite get you into position, can we? Well, let's put you in full cover to make you a less attractive target. Batman, same goes for you. Full cover to try and make you a slightly less attractive target. And we'll have to settle for Blade storming El Huntador into chunks of dead alien. We're going to give him the old teppanyaki treatment. He comes out, we chop him up fine, toss him on the grill. Probably flip him into the open mouth of a nearby patron, just, you know, for style points. Boy, these guys have no idea what they just walked into. This is going to be a fury of blade storming right here. You're probably both dead. Or are you? Wait, you didn't blade storm? Why not? Well, it's not like El Huntador could shoot anybody, because we're just going to parry it. You should have cleaned your rifle before you shot it at us. Am I nervous? Do I sound nervous? I feel pretty confident, really, here, El Huntador. Mostly, I'm brimming with confidence in my own abilities, and the fact that you will now be dead. Thanks for the free 10 ability points. That was kind of you to deliver those to us. Appreciate it. I just realized nobody went and got the black site vial either. Like, we didn't bother. Bradford, you gonna come? There you go.
First to ever take me down more than once, Commander. Don't get cocky.
Call me crazy, but I'm fairly certain you said that the last time we killed you.
After taking down that chosen, Commander.
Iceman, why don't you go get the good stuff?
We see that thing again, though.
It's been a while since we found El Huntador. There's our black site vial. That's gonna spawn some, like, sort of unfortunate reinforcements. Look at that hair, though.
No signs of radioactivity.
Not a single coil of that beautiful mane of golden hair is out of place. Iceman takes no prisoners when it comes to hair care. He takes no prisoners when it comes to Russian MiG pilots, and he takes no prisoners when it comes to a perfectly coiffed head of hair. Whether it's being a immaculately styled man or saving the world from the communist regime, Iceman is cool as ice. That's how he got the name. Has nothing to do with the movie Cool as Ice, though, by the way, because there's nothing cool about that.
So it is decided.
Jim Morrison, I'm going to have you just come over here with your Bladestorm ass and stand right in the middle of that drop zone. And Chris Knight, I guess we'll have you parry in case somebody survives the Real Genius onslaught here. Okay, there's a... Yep. So the Purifier is not good. We're not going to kill him in one swing, which is the only thing we've got going for us right here. The Purifier will live. We don't have to worry about exploding him. Robot went into Overwatch. Little free damage here. Enjoy your 6. We're going to give 6 to the Shield Man as well. Go ahead and make a break for it there, Shieldy. And get chopped into chunks. Everything's hunky-dory.
I only struck their armor.
Hunks are what you're going to be in a minute, by the way. Like, in a minute, you won't even be Dory. Good eyes, robot. Boy, you spotted him right away. Remind me to put you on scouting duty more often. It's like, hey, I think there's a guy over there. Somebody's on Overwatch. It's the robot. Fortunately, we have a man who can cancel that Overwatch by just standing right next to his target. There you go. Not a stupendous amount of damage, but all we really cared about was getting rid of that armor or getting rid of that Overwatch, and we have done that. Batman's got a kill lined up whenever he wants it. Real Genius, let's just have you come over here and kill the Shield Bearer. Well played. And you may as well go ahead and parry because you're already at maximum focus. There's a Purifier up on the ridge. We need somebody to go up there and kill him. Simon Templar? Like, Simon Magus can do that in a couple different ways. We could hit him with the Mars Volta, or we could just shoot him in the spine. The shot to the spine is not a guaranteed kill, but it's likely to be a kill. We only need 4 damage here. Go for the spine shot. Good enough. Batman, let's have you come carve up the robot then. Can you carve a robot, Pete? I mean, you could carve a turkey. Most of the things that you typically are prone to carve, though, are usually made out of meat. No meat on this robot. How are you gonna... Can you carve a robot? Not a lot of meat on them bones. Doc Holliday's coming in with his focused strike of power. Little robo-critical there. See, that's proof that you can carve a robot. He may not have meat, but you can still carve him up. Also, where are we supposed to be going? Where's our evac zone? All the way over here? Okay. And El Roboto is down. Domo Arigato. Something, something, something. We'll go ahead and take our momentum moves now because everybody is dead. Iceman does have the black site vial. We're going to get another pod of reinforcements. I kind of feel like the right thing to do is to kill them on the way out just for shits and giggles. A lot of loot expiring here. So how many Blade Storms do we potentially have that we can drop in this? The Lizard King got 1. So let's bring him over here. Batman, you have another Blade Storm. Let's drop you, say, here. Chris Knight, you do not have a Blade Storm, so let's bring you over here just in case these guys need a little backup. Iceman, you don't have Blade Storm either, and you have the Black Site Vial. I was going to say let's move you to the exit, but we can probably get by with waiting just a tick. Holiday, we'll have you Overwatch. Simon Magus, you got a Blade Storm on you, right? Yeah. Let's have you stand, say, right here. And you can also be on Overwatch, no drawback.
I sense no one will slip. I'll keep it under no one gets by.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to get out of this one. Let's just hope another Purifier doesn't drop out of this, because if another Purifier falls out of here, they probably will explode. Just 3 regular Advent troopers who are about to have the worst day of their Advent lives. I genuinely feel sorry for these poor bastards. None of them are going to make it out alive, though. It's just going to be Overwatch and Blade Storm, and yeah, they just fell into a blender. Somebody got set on fire somehow. That guy takes a combo Blade Storm. This guy over here is going to take a combo Blade Storm. He got killed so hard he flew completely off the map. I've never seen a man die that hard. Not even Bruce Willis in the film of the same name. You know what? You guys ever think about the fact that Die Hard is a complete misnomer, though? Like, it's, like, terribly named. Bruce Willis doesn't die at all. It's not that he dies hard, it's just, like, they should call it Live Hard. He doesn't die. Be like, well, it's a pretty tough life. Yeah, Bruce Willis. Live hard. Actually, I think if you're going to do, like, a Live Hard campaign, you probably got to pick a different spokesman. Gonna go with, like, I don't know, maybe like a Chris Farley. Seems like he's done some hard living. Chris Farley is also dead, Pete. Yeah, you know, okay, fine.
I'm next.
I think my point still holds. If you're gonna make a movie called Live Hard, you gotta go with a different spokesman. Someone who's got a lot of, like, bad life choices under their belt. Hunter S. Thompson would have been a good spokesman for the Live Hard motto, but also he is dead. Pete, do you know anybody who can live hard that is still alive? How about Keith Richards? He would be a great spokesman for the Live Hard motto. I mean, you don't even, you can just look at Keith Richards and be like, yeah, homeboy has lived a tough life.
Falling back as ordered. Returning to
We're not really falling back so much as headed home in triumph. We're coming home bathed in glory.
XCOM operatives are secure. Firebrand is returning to base.
We've also averted the Doom counter. We got 10 free ability points, which we're going to spend. Operation Crypt Mother. We killed 23 out of 24 enemies. I think the only thing we missed was one turret back at the beginning that we just didn't bother to kill because we didn't care.
even now. Our enemy.
Got my Bethesda grievance off my chest at the top of the episode. This has been a pretty successful little run.
To return us to the chaos of the old world. Only together can we oppose.
Yeah, I mean, we understand what you think the Democrats have planned for November, Speaker Ryan. We get it. It's fine. It's good that you stay on point, though. Make sure you hit all the talking points. Stay on message. Let's land this thing, get our promotions, and go do something useful with our time. 4 promotions out of that, and Doc Holliday only 4 days down, and that was because of that. We have never seen the horror ability get used before. I'm very stymied by that. You have 24 ability points. We're going to take Reflect because it's pretty good. You're going to take Deep Focus because it's amazing. Reaper is interesting for the Lizard King, but I just... As little damage as our Templars do, I'm not sure Reaper is actually a really good investment, especially not at 25 points. Simon Mega's going to pick up Arc Wave. Deep Focus is a definitive yes. No real interest in Quick Draw. Exchange and Invert. I mean, we could have everybody pick up Channel just to maximize our focus. Maybe we'll hold off on the Channel, though. We have... Mostly those orbs are just going unclaimed. Like, we're spawning them and they're sitting around on a map, but nobody's really picking them up. They're just sort of loitering. Batman, let's get you sorted. Sustain is very good for the bat. I'm tempted to take that on almost anybody who can get it, but again, let's hold off. Save some of those ability points. Reflect for you. Keep focus also for you. These better be like Fortress and Bladestorm, or I'm going to be furious, real genius. Fortress, Bladestorm. Or, alternatively, Bladestorm Fortress. As long as one of them is Bladestorm and one of them is Fortress, I'll be less angry. Yep, we got it. It's a vial of some kind of rendered juice. We had as successful a day as if we had traveled to a local mall, gone to the food court, and purchased one Orange Julius. Actually, the Orange Julius might have been better, because at least we could have had some delicious beverage out of that. I don't think I want to drink whatever's in the black side vial. Also, I'm sure if we drank it, Dr. Tigan would be furious. Like, hey, I was going to drink that.
I will leave this matter for you to investigate, Commander.
Once again, putting all your work on my desk, huh, Optimus Prime? Yep, thanks for contributing to the project. I appreciate it. Once again, Commander, I leave all the heavy lifting to you, and if you need me, well, don't call, I'll call you. Optimus Prime's a jerk. And this episode is over. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see more of Optimus Prime's particular brand of douchebaggery, you might consider subscribing as well. New episodes every single day.
Now you should understand why I've kept my people away from their cities all this time.
But that black site was far away from cities, though.
And they weren't lying. Death does cure all ailments.
I'm not sure you may understand how medical science works either. In fact, I'm pretty certain that you don't understand much of anything. But then again, you do eat chrysalids for fun, so I guess your science background is... I mean, it's pretty well established you have no idea about the consequences of any particular action. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.